Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Hey, yo, how are you guys? Yui! Hello. How are you guys going? What's up from the US? It's 9 a.m. Ooh, early watchers, early viewers. It's almost 4 p.m. here. Yeah, I did not want to wait for 4 p.m. I was too excited. I was kind of bored also. I had nothing else to do, so just started earlier. Hey, members here. What's up, guys? White Panda, Rafal. 10 a.m. here. US also, I guess. Evening here in Philippines. Yeah, where are you guys from? Where's everybody from? Got some US, some Philippines. I know Japan is in the building with Yui. La wildcard pour le championnat de France. Comment tu sais? uh, Virginia Beach. All right. India, Texas, Pakistan. Oh, it's going fast now. Oh shit. Florida, US, UK, Brazil, Germany, Poland, India, Poland, India, US, Australia. Criminal tutorial. Yeah, soon. I don't know if I should release the criminal tutorial before my elim is released. I want to see if they release loops first. Then I'll release it. Mexico, South Africa, Vietnam, Germany, Indiana, US, Poland, Albania. Okay, a bit from everywhere actually. Bolivia. W me l'a dit. Aïe aïe. Quebec. Russia. What did you feel after Ritmine words in the second round? I was like, bro, I won the multiverse and the French champs. He even told me after the bat, he said when I said that I felt strange because you won more loop titles than me. Myanmar. A lot of Asian people, Nepal, Philippines, yeah, a lot of people from Asia. Did you get your MK2? No, I ordered it like everyone. I'll receive it when it gets released. Maybe December, January, February. No one really knows actually. Why have the GBB live streams gone private? Because they're going to release the videos starting from Sunday. Brezz. Didn't make much sense what Ritmine said. It was a battle move. Of course, he had to say it. Like it was the only way he could counter what I said, I guess. Yeah, the RIP, rest in peace, Mk1 song. It's either gonna be that name or goodbye, Mk1. I don't know how to call it precisely yet. Price of Mk2, I only know in euro. It's gonna be like 620 euro. I guess that's like $700, but it might be cheaper in the US. Do you like Warsaw City? Yeah, from what I've seen from it, it's pretty nice. But I didn't visit it. Like I didn't really have time for it. Like we always had something to do each day. Why didn't you use the autotune device? I don't think it's fair to use second devices. That's why I only came up with one device at the GBB. These questions are going so fast. Shit. Sorry. Um, how did Inertia sound on stage? I did not watch the Zalim. I did not watch the first battles on the first on day two. I only watched the solo battles starting from day three, and boy, that sounded the bass when he goes low. It's amazing. It's truly incredible. He is one hell of a beatboxer for sure. Sorry, I'll be missing some questions. So if I don't see your questions, I'm going all the way down now. So if I don't see your questions, feel free to say them again. I'll be missing a few, so don't worry. I'll take time. What happened to Ritmine? It seems he was messing up with his rounds. Wasn't he prepared? Ritmine did not really prepare for the GBB. He only had his elim and 2 finished rounds when he got in Varso. So basically, the night before our battle, we did not know what would happen. We did not know if we would get in the, if both of us would get in the top 8. We would not know who would battle Loop, but we prepared our rounds together. And I told him, because he wasn't sure about Thunderstruck, the second round he did against me. I told him, bro, it's gonna be amazing if you play that on stage. Finish it. Find something. He wasn't sure, but he worked all night to have it done. Unfortunately, on stage for him, it did not come out like he had prepared it. I know he doesn't feel good about this. He could have done better in his second round. Because he showed it to me before our battle. He knew my rounds, I knew his rounds. He showed me his rounds before the battle. I'm like, bro, that's amazing. Do it. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. So he did it, but he kind of messed it up. The structure was not like he wanted to do it, and even the melody didn't come out perfectly. So yeah, he was kind of sad for that. Since you were focusing more on Squid, was it hard to take the crew loss? Yes and no, because in as soon as we tried to do the sound check, all 5 of us, we immediately knew it was gonna be hard as fuck. Like honestly, we could not hear. Thank you, Rafal. Thank you for the donation, Rafal. Rafal says thank you for your music. Well, thank you for the support. As soon as we hit the stage, we had in-ear monitors to try to hear each other, but we could not hear each other. So that's when we thought, oh fuck, being 5 does have some disadvantages, and that is we cannot hear each other, and we're doing a lot of harmonies. A lot of our set was based on harmonies. The other crews were mostly based on rhythms, techniques, we had a lot of vocals and we could not hear each other, so we kind of knew we were fucked. We tried our best, but it was so difficult. So difficult. I mean, honestly, I've never had so much difficulty on stage in my life. Like not hearing what the other guys were doing. It was really hard. Like we were trying to do a and all I could hear was like not gonna lie. It was so fucking hard. Hey Shazam. Thank you, bro. Thank you. As I said, I'm going through the messages, but I forget the messages as I go along. So don't hesitate and keep on asking me these questions. How long have you been beatboxing, and what is your monthly income? I've been beatboxing since um 2007, and I've only been living from beatbox since this year. I mean, really living, because I tried to make a living from beatbox from 2016 until today, but for 4 years and a half, I was only getting like 700 euro a month, which in France is like poverty basically. But now I'm earning around 1,300 euro a month, which is like the minimum salary, which is good, I guess. Do you plan on keeping your other rounds for future competitions? Um, there's the French Championship coming in 3 weeks. Yeah, the 19th of November. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that. But my other rounds, I have 2 new rounds and 2 old rounds. So it's only 2 new rounds basically. What did you think about the solo loop station final? One device was good beating multiple devices from Frosty. I really like Frosty's second round in the finals though. For me, as you know, my style is more about hype and like the energy. If you hype up the crowd, for me, you win. I mean, as long as the music is good. Also, I really like Frosty. I really like Biscuit, but that second round from Biscuit, sorry, really hyped me up the most in that battle. I think Frosty won the first round. It was close, but I think Frosty got the first round, and the second round for me was Biscuit. Um, so yeah, it was a close final. Actually, it was 3-2 for Biscuit, but I would have given it to Biscuit also. But then it's a matter of taste, right? It's really different from one judge to another, I guess. Have you already talked about Chris versus Dice? What is your opinion on the battle and the judge's decision? Whoa, whoa, no friend man. 80 euro. Thank you so much. So no friend man is saying even on stream your rounds were just pure fire. Thanks for making me scream and jump around in my room at 4 a.m. Good luck in future tournaments. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for the donation, crazy donation. Thank you so much. Um, I forgot the question. Oh yeah, Chris the Odian Dice. Yeah, I'm gonna say it right now. Thank you, no friend man. Um, so it was Chris versus Dice. I'll give you some insights about this battle also. It was very strange because both Chris and Dice did not want to win this battle. That's one thing you have to take into consideration. Chris did not really have much rounds. Dice had a few rounds, but he did not put his best rounds. My opinion. He said he wanted to put rounds that he wanted to play because of the music style. But they were not his best rounds. What happened there in their battle? Because a lot of people talk about Dice being robbed and controversy. If I had to judge only the battle rounds, if I had to judge the actual music composition, if Dice would have managed to play his rounds like he wanted to, maybe Dice would have won. But let me tell you this thing. I was in the audience. Chris's first round was nice and simple. Like he put up a mood. Like it was really nice to listen to. Not crazy. Obviously not a crazy GBB round. I think we are all agreeing with that. Very simple round. Dice played his first track and oh boy, that was hard. It was hard to listen to. The sound issues. Nobody really knew what was going on. I think he had so many compression on his beat. He had so many compressions, so preamps all over his effects, his effect chains. The sound was honestly, you could not enjoy his round. Honestly, you could not enjoy it. Then Chris did his second round. Bit more technical than the first one. It was his wild card for GBB. People enjoyed it. He had some feedback issues at the end, but nothing too bad. And then Dice played his second round, and the feedback issues, the sound issues. Honestly, if I had been a judge, Dice was perhaps probably the better looper technically, but I could never vote for him for all the sound issues, for everything that happened in his rounds. It was impossible to vote for Dice. It was just not possible. And it's not against him, it's against the sound issues. It was just not possible to vote for Dice. So maybe you might not feel this when you are going to watch the videos, and maybe in live stream you can't really understand this, but in live circumstances it was just not possible to vote for Dice. What made Chris goes too far in this GBB is his man. I don't understand. Is MK2 worth premium, the premium over the MK1? I mean, if you had to choose one loop station, I would tell you go for the MK2 straight away. At least if you want to do great technical stuff. If you want more possibilities, MK2 all the way. Thank you very much, Onyx, who is saying, how did Gothenburg learn Sinners? Did you teach him last minute? I need to rejoin monthly, man. First of all, thank you, Onyx, and yeah, rejoin monthly. For Sinners, so basically for Gothenburg's Chris, for Chris's first round in the semifinal, he did not have any round. So the night before, I I told him, look, I have this round, Sinners. I never played it in a battle. I don't think I will, not on the Mk1 at least. So if you want, I'll give you my round. So I gave him a sort of masterclass or tutorial, live tutorial on how to do Sinners. So yeah, the night before I gave him my round, Sinners, and yeah, he did it against Biscuit. Was Dice nervous? A little, I guess. When is the next live stream, Mikhail? Hey, Mikhail. Thank you, Max Cook, for becoming a member. When is the next live stream? I don't know. I'm kind of busy actually these coming days, but I will do live streams, especially for members, because I want to try to find new routines, at least one, for the upcoming French Championship, which is in 3 weeks. So I will do one. What did you think of Frosty's second round versus Sin? That's the only battle I did not see. Because I was, oh yeah, I had just finished my battle with Ritmine, and we went an interview backstage with, I think it was Zany, our Hobbit. So I did not see Frosty versus Sin. Keep asking the same questions if I don't see them, guys. Huh? You are home? Yes, I'm at home. I love your first round versus Ritmine. Was it maybe inspired by Fisher's Spooner? No. No, it was not inspired by anything. Thank you, Shop Audio. Do you think loopers should participate when they don't have 7 rounds prepared? Yes, because the thing is, most loopers who are not prepared were loopers from 2020. Remember, we did our wild cards in 2019 for this battle, so 2 years ago. A lot of things changed. A lot of things changed since our wild cards in 2019. But however, even if you don't have your 7 rounds, you still have rounds. You know what I mean? You don't have 7 good rounds, but you have rounds, even if it's all rounds. But it's worth the experience, the stage experience, and the battle experience. It's always a good thing to take part in a GBB if you have the chance to do it. Fave moment of this GBB. My favorite moment on this GBB, I think at some point, all my pressure was released when I ended everything. Because remember, I had loop elims, then loop battles, then scam talk, then squid, and the whole week was very difficult. Sleeping 1 hour a day, a night. So my favorite moment, I think, was when everything was done and there was Biscuit versus Frosty, and I said, "Fuck it, I just want to have fun." So I went in the mosh pits, and I just had fun with basically everyone in the crowd, and people were just, yo, Brezz, yo, nice to see you in the mosh pit and shit. But yeah, I just had some fun. So yeah, thank you again, Rafal. In love with your round against Ritmine. Take care, man. Thank you very much. Take care also. Thank you for the donos. KBA elimination round thoughts. I have to listen to it. I was on the side of the stage, so I did not hear it with proper sound. was there a difference between the sound mixing in live stream and the live show at the venue? Because we weren't able to hear much. Of course, the sound is totally different from what you hear in the live stream, from what you hear in front of the crowd at this of the stage, at the side of the stage, behind the stage. When you're on stage, the sound is different everywhere. So wait for the videos to be properly mixed. T'as regardé quelques wildcards du championnat de France? J'en ai regardé quelques-unes. Pour l'instant, je t'avoue que je me focus pas sur ça. J'essaye de, j'essaye de passer un petit peu à autre chose, me reposer un petit peu. Mais j'en ai regardé quelques-unes, ouais. Thank you, Sabran Dimri, for the donation. Thank you very much. What currency is that? I think it's Indian rupee, right? Do you think there should be like different categories for just loop station and like for second devices? Oh, it's funny because I just Onyx becoming a member again. Thank you. I just had this talk with Balance. We had a 1 hour call and we were talking about different categories in loop station. We're having this discussion where there might be a no effects category. I'm thinking it's a good idea because loopers or beatboxers with actual beatbox and vocal skills, could play their music without having all these effects. And you would see the real skills, the real looping skills come out from certain people. My point after this GBB is with the Mk2 coming out, the Mk2 can do a lot of things that certain second devices can do. I would love to have two categories. One where you could use any loop station you want, but it has to be vocal. No effects category. Why not? And one category where it's just the Mk2. No more MIDI controllers, no more second devices. And we would stop this debate. But of course, a lot of people would be disappointed. So that's only my point of view. A lot of people have different point of views. You have to take everything into consideration. Do you think the second device limits performance, showmanship? I felt a lot of difference compared to one device using and yeah, that's one thing. Or maybe that's just the style of I think Frosty can pull out a show also. He's got a lot of machines, but he's a really good showmanship when you think about it. I don't think I don't think it's changed anything for showmanship. But in this GBB, the guys at one device, like Robin, maybe me, Ritmine, Biscuit, we were more in the show aspect. But that's also because we know we have less resources, so we need to have something else. And that something else is maybe we do more on the showmanship aspect. Thoughts on Biscuit? He is incredible. He does things with the Mk1 that I don't even understand. I don't know how he does his sounds, his effects. He is amazing, and he really deserves to win this GBB by far. By far. Like, that's it. He's the one that deserves to win this GBB, and I'm super happy. Because first of all, Mk1, and second of all, because Biscuit, I love this dude. If you check out my videos on him in the past, you'll know that I'm not just saying that now that he's won GBB. I think you guys know already how much I love him, so I'm fucking happy for Biscuit. Dice versus Chris, I talked about this a bit earlier on. Dice had too many sound issues. It was not possible to vote for him. I'm actually surprised he got 2 votes. What were you thinking when Ritmine becomes toxic on stage? What do you mean toxic on stage? Videos are coming from tomorrow, right? 31st. I think that's Sunday. Do you think there is a chance to have a loop competition that is categorized by music genre? I've had this thought a few days ago. Thank you, Gavatan, and thank you, Husam Sad, for becoming members. By the way, thank you very much. I was thinking about it. Maybe, some electro style battle, a hip hop battle. But the problem is, it would get boring maybe after a while. That's also the beauty of the loop station is you can do any music genre on it, and it's sometimes nice to have a Robin versus a Biscuit because it's just not comparable, and I love the contrast. Contrasts in battles are beautiful. That's what makes really crazy battles. What about Dice's elimination? Was the best one in my opinion, but yours one. I honestly, for eliminations, guys, I did not hear what the loopers did. The only ones I heard, I must say, I went in front of the stage for my friends, like for Chris, Robin, Ritmine. I went in front of the stage to listen to it. I heard sung beats also, but I think that's it. I did not hear anything else. You do hip hop and electronic in the same round too. Yes. So yeah, you can mix genres together. It's like UFC style to make fights. Hey, Elise, what's up, bro? Yeah, exactly, exactly. Do you think they should raise the time? I felt like 3 minutes was a bit too short for some routines. If maybe, maybe, 3:30, not more, because it would like loop battles are very long already. So a bit more be appreciated. Each second matters, and build-ups are pretty long in Noob Station, about a minute and 30 seconds approximately, which leaves you only a minute and 30 seconds to do your song. So 3:30 would be nice. J'ai remarqué que sur ce GBB, beaucoup de loopers semblaient manquer de temps. Ils avaient à peine le temps de terminer leur round. Est-ce que tu penses? Ouais, bah c'est ce que je viens de dire. En gros, ouais, 3:30, ce serait pas mal. Do you think they don't need category? Because the last 4 winners for loop solo loopers were just the loop station. Well, the two before there was only loop stations. In 2019, uh, only Inky had a really big second device, and the judges did not like it. So it's only this loop event that everything was mixed together. And what I'm a bit sad about is that I felt like most loopers were not prepared. And it's crazy because this is a big event. This is something you prepare for months in advance, even years. And I felt like a lot of loopers were just not prepared. And also what I noticed is that the sound quality was different. If you just had the Mk1 or the Mk2, your sound was good. Your sound was great. Loopers that had line 6, the sound coming out was meh. It seemed too compressed. It was not like powerful like that one loops, so there was something wrong with these second devices. There was really something wrong in the sound, not in the music, but in the sound. Thank you, TJ Paz, for the donation. If you could suggest one beatbox technique for people starting out, what would it be? And could you give a short example? Yeah, I love your stage presence. You're my favorite looper. The only way how I started to beatbox is really by looking at tutorials. Very simple things, very simple sounds. Just going by. What I think is more important than the actual sounds themselves is the groove, the flow. If you can start by beatboxing with a metronome, so you're not all over the place, it's really important. But if you start simple, try to get a groove first. I think that's the most important. what was the routines you could have played in GBB 2021? I had two new rounds basically. In, I like the rounds versus Ritmine and two other new rounds for the semifinal. And then for the final, I had Face It in drum and bass version, and I had Whoa, which is a routine that I've played in live stream before, but that you guys don't know because I never released it. Like only people that watch live streams from a long time ago know, but I haven't released it. What do you think about Frosty's round versus Ritmine? The second round, amazing, um, amazing. Honestly, it was the it was the round he played against Robin, and I really wanted him to play that round. I was really excited for it, um, especially because I felt he could have done it better. Like against Robin, like the kicks were a bit off, so I was like, I wish I could hear that routine, but being perfectly tied, and he did it, and it won the battle. Crazy, crazy routine. I was super excited for it, and I'm not disappointed. I mean, he killed it. He really killed it. Can you play your first round against Ritmine? That's yeah, maybe a bit later. The first was weird. I don't remember. At this level, loop station battles would do better by being judged with having showcase points instead of forcing judges to vote for one of the two. Every track is way too different than the other. I don't know. I really like the battle format, honestly. I really like the battle format, but I what I would love is instead of having eliminations and then a top eight starting at quarterfinals, I would love that instead of being 17, we would have been 16, and we would start with a top 16 going into battles already. So you'd have to prepare 8 rounds. That's what I would really like, honestly. Thank you, Arya, for the donation. Hey, loved your rounds. Thoughts on Chris Theoden's elimination? I thought it was the best elimination round. Also loved all of your multiverse rounds. Listen to Mr. Anybody on repeat. Thank you. Yeah. Chris Theoden's elimination. Obviously, he's my bro. He's my mate. So I knew it since months. I knew he was gonna kill it because he was the only one going to really sing. He was the only one in his own category, if you could say. So contrasts are very important. If you do something that nobody else does and you do it very well, which was the case here, you are definitely standing out and increasing your chances of moving on to the next stage. And that's what he did. Um, he did something that nobody else did, and he did it very well. So totally deserved. Your rounds plus Elim were the best, and your stage presence is just awesome. I hope so much that you will. Thank you. Yeah, I guess you guys want me to talk about the battle. I guess. Um, First of all, the Elims. So basically, we had sound checks, not long, but long enough to have a good sound. And the problem is the difference between the sound checks and the moment I went on stage, the sound was much louder. So when I did my first sound, when I started my elimination, when I did the instead of my loop going like this, it went like big noise, big feedback. And I was like, fuck. I mean, I worked for 2 years. I prepared this round for 2 years to be fucked up by this sound. I was like, no, this is not possible. So immediately I just asked for the monitors to be cut, and I put my volume down because this is the only solution I had. Because the sound check went good for me, but the sound was much quieter in sound check than when I came on stage to perform my limb, and this changed everything. So I had to think quick. I restarted my hi hat, not my hi hat, but my snares. I put the volume down and I asked for the monitors to be turned off. Fortunately, Sinjo reacted fast enough for me to, you know, to perform. Then the elimination went pretty well, which qualified me, even though two judges did not put me in the top 8, which is why I finished 7th. ZD and Beatbox put me 2nd. Sorrow and Beatness put me 10th. So that kind of put me lower in the rankings. Sorrow and Beatness did not qualify me. They put me out of the top 8. Take it, and thank you very much for the donation. What was your favorite individual loop round, team loop round, and biggest controversy rock loopers? Fuck. Favorite individual loop round? I really like Robin's second round. We drive alone. Team loop round, I did not hear because I was on the side of the stage with Scam Talk. We did not hear what the other teams did. And controversy, I don't think there was any. And to talk about the battle with Ritmine, I knew his rounds. He knew my rounds. If he would have perfectly executed his second round, I think there would not be any debate. It would have been more than 3-2 for him, I think. 4-1, maybe 5-0. But he messed up his second round and it was pretty long. So I heard that. I heard it. And when the battle was over, I quickly analyzed everything in my mind. I was like, okay, first round, close call. I was happy with what I did. His round worked really nice. Second round, I thought, okay, I didn't make any mistakes, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I could have done another round or something. But the little battle talk was planned because he used the sequencer, so I did the sequencer move. And his last round, of course, it's impressive because it's the Thunderstruck song, but he messed it up, and it was long. It was long. The structure was. I know he think he even told me, he said I could have done better, and I know he's a bit mad at himself. I honestly thought I was going to win. Like, as I was saying, in 2018 against Inky when I lost 3-2, I thought I was going to lose. So when I saw 3-2, I was like, normal. I should have used other rounds. Against Enemy, I did not know. I was thinking to myself, okay, maybe I won, maybe I lost. And he was thinking the same thing. It was a 50-50. Just a matter of tastes. We both made mistakes. Me and Enemy, we both made mistakes in our battle. So it was a 50-50. This one here, I truly believe that I did not make mistakes. And when I heard the second round, I was like, there's something wrong. I mean, the melody is nice, the drop is nice, but in between, there's not much happening. I truly believed I was going to win this one. So when I saw the judge's decision, I was a bit shocked, to be honest. But I guess it's part of the experience. Just gotta come back stronger so that there's no hesitation. Merci Alex pour la donation. Thank you Michael also. Thank you guys. Did you feel that the judges were good judges, or did they see, oh man, look at the judges. They're excellent judges. I mean, ZD, Inky, Saro, Beatness, the Beatbox. These guys have proven a lot already. They know their shit. They know their stuff. Of course, they're good judges. Um, I I totally understand. I mean, we all have different opinions. We all have different judging styles. Also, you know, it's there's too much things to take into consideration. I have a different judging style also than some judges. You know, we that's why there's 5 of them and not one, because everybody is different. Yeah, the round 2 of Ritmine was supposed to be better. That's what I said. If he pulled it off really well, I mean, there wouldn't even be a debate. He would have won 5-0 and done. But he messed it up because I heard the good version. I heard what he's able to do with it. And I heard like I was amazed when he played it to me for the first time. I was like, "Yo, fuck, bro. This is your best round. This is your best round." Um Too bad he messed it up. I would have loved that he did not mess it up, because what I want is having the best battle possible. Even if I take a 5-0, if I take a big L, I don't care. Like, I understand that I'm here for the show, and if it kind of annoys me that the other looper doesn't pull out exactly what he wanted to pull out. And I know he is a bit annoyed now, because he even told me, I wanted to win, but not like this, because I messed up my second round. So yeah. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you very much for the nice words also. Thank you for the donation. Très lourd ta performance cette année. On sent que tu as bien progressé. Qu'as-tu pensé des loops station battle avec cette pluie de deuxième device? C'était bizarre. C'était bizarre parce que le son, en fait, il rendait pas vraiment très bien avec les second device. Enfin, ça rendait bien, mais pas comme ça devrait. Il y avait beaucoup de compression. Et on a vu avec Dice, il avait beaucoup de problèmes de Larsen aussi. Je sais pas. Je sais pas si on était prêt pour ça. I wish Chris had memorized Back in Black lyrics for the small final. That was crazy. Actually, that small final, um, I gave them the idea. I told him, Chris, you should sing. You should sing on Ritmine's second round, because I know you can sing it, and Ritmine didn't really know what to do on that track. So for me, it made sense. What we want is a show, so just give people a show. Like, fuck it. Who cares if you finish a third or fourth? It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Like, I was pissed because the only reason why I was frustrated is because I did not have the chance to play my 6 rounds. If I would have won a quarter and lose in semifinals, that was totally fine with me. That was totally fine with me. I did not care about winning the final. I just wanted to play my 6 rounds. That's why I'm a bit frustrated. What was the specific sound issue people ran into on the loop station qualifiers? Not hearing yourself good, and the sound being too loud. From the sound checks until the actual qualifiers, the sound went really up, like louder. It was difficult. Did Chris use a pre-recorded sound on his round? Felt like it came out of nowhere. No, everything was done live. Thank you, Ryan Duff. Thank you, Ryan, for the donation. And Rafal Motor again. Wait, I can't see your message. Wait. How do you feel about all the people supporting you, loving your music? Do you love it all the time, or sometimes it's bothering? No, it's never bothering. I mean, whenever I get a message or whenever somebody tells me that they enjoy my round, I mean, each time, it makes me feel good. I mean, I'm like, okay, that's one more person that really enjoy what I do, and that's the reason why we do this. I mean, that's why I made a story about it on Instagram. I received so many DMs. Like, honestly, since the first day of GBB until today, I keep receiving them, and like I said, 200, 250. It's maybe even more. I can't answer to all of them, but I look at all of them. At least I read them. I just don't reply because it would take me so much time, and I just have so much things to do. So but I read them, and it really makes me feel happy. That's all I can say. Like, I'm just happy when I see all these messages. I still go back and listen to Fake Attitude from the Multiverse Battle. Thank you. Timothée, what would think of doing a Loop Station concert tour with others from France like B14, Saro, and Ritmine? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the big audience, like people that are not into the loop scene, would really like, those kind of concerts. The only thing, if you want to create a project, if you want to make it go live in concerts, is you need to find the demand for it. You need to find the audience for it. I'm not sure if we yet have the demand for it, but after a few GBBs and a few million views, maybe people will get more and more interested into it. Fox and Z, thank you. Could you please explain how you did the sequencer with the Mk1? Yeah, I'll probably do my round at the end of the stream. I'll do my 2 rounds at the end of the stream. But basically, yeah, I used a robot with a slicer, with different robot voices, and then I used a vocoder with a vocal distortion to create some sort of distorted sequencer melody. Thank you, Arnav Das. Thank you very much for the donation. I really think you versus Ritmine was the most hype battle in this year, Loop Station. Especially your jobs are crazy. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm really happy and proud of, is that we did a good battle together, even though I know Ritmine is a bit mad at himself because he thinks he could have done better in the second round. Est-ce que tu vas sortir sur YouTube tes 4 rounds ou tu préfères les garder pour une prochaine compète? Il y a le championnat de France dans 3 semaines. Donc, dans 3 semaines, je vais tout sortir. Enfin, j'espère, si je vais le plus loin possible. If you guys remade your music on FL Studio with all the bells and whistles, you would all be multimillionaires. I mean, that's what I did with Criminal. I changed some sounds, and I'm still broke. I want to start my hobby as a looper. Is it okay to start with RC5 Mk2? Of course. Depends what you want to do, but I would go straight with the Mk2. What do you think about Enemy versus Inky at GBB 2019? I made a reaction video on this battle already, so I think I say everything I have to say in this video. Do you think Ritmine performing a house beat was a good counter to your first round, especially his kick was better? Because you have spoken about it on your channel, that his BTK is crazy Europeans. Yeah, his drum kit is for me the best in the loop scene. Whether it's house beat or whatever, hip hop or whatever, I think his drum kit will always sound better. Was it a good counter? I guess. The thing is, he didn't really have any other rounds. That's what I was saying. He only had two rounds when he came at the GBB, and this house beat, the headshot remix, was the only one he had really finished. That one and the second round against Frosty also. But he was more prepared to play this one, so I guess it was a good counter, and also it's the one that he mastered the most. So of course, yeah, it was a good choice. How's the sound system at GBB? Everybody sounded so distorted, so people who uses a lot of effects suffered. I think the live stream makes it sound bad, sorta. I mean, live in the crowd, it sounded nice for most people. It's on stage that it was more difficult. It was a massive venue. There was a lot of reverb in the venue. Like whenever you did a sound, it would go around the room and come back to you and come back in your loops. It was difficult, but if you were in the crowd, it sounded good. Like it did not sound bad. In the crowd, it really did sound good. only at certain points, like I said, for Dice, for example, it was difficult to listen to, but it did not happen a lot. Line 6 did not sound good in live stream. Line 6 did not sound great in live also. Line 6 loopers had some sound issues. Not their fault, but I think there was a lot of compression in their rounds. Do you think it is fair for people who's using the loop station RC55 against people who use the Mk2? I think the answer is in my second round, right? Of course, it's not. The machine is not out. Like if I wanted to use it, I couldn't because there's no way for me to have it. And some loopers had it from the kickback. So it's not fair, but I mean, is it fair to have second devices also? Nothing is fair. You just have to do with what you have, right? Yo, Tyson, what's up, man? Danilo. Do you think the biggest upset into was Dice versus Chris? No. I talked about it earlier on. When the video will come out, I will do a reaction. Mainly to talk about what happened. Because I'm even surprised that Dice got 2 votes. I saw GBB accepted MIDI controller. How about it? That's one thing also. I'm doing the French champs in 3 weeks, right? And the rules at the French championship is you are allowed to use one second device, but not a MIDI controller. You either choose. Either you're using a MIDI controller or either you're using a second device. Because honestly, a MIDI controller acts as a second device. It is. I mean, it's a device that you're using for your loop. So it's an extra device. It is an extra device, right? So I like the French championship rules. It's one device in addition to your loop station. It could be a line 6, it could be a MIDI controller, it could be a swipe pedal, whatever, but it's only one extra device. C'est vrai que quand tu vois Frosty qui appuie sur un bouton au début et il a déjà une mélodie. Bah ouais, c'est comme ça, c'est maintenant, c'est ça les battles de loop. Il y en a qui seront d'accord, il y en a qui seront pas d'accord. Moi je sais plus trop où danser par rapport à ça. C'est faut juste faire différentes catégories parce que personne sera d'accord en fait avec les règlements. Vu que tout ça a été autorisé maintenant, bah on peut plus faire machine arrière. Du coup, tous ces mecs qui utilisent des second devices, des contrôleurs MIDI, on peut pas leur dire non, bah à partir de maintenant, c'est fini. On vous a laissé 2 ans, vous pouvez faire ça, maintenant c'est ciao, vous devez revenir à la loupe, tu vois. Donc il faudrait faire différentes catégories. Thank you. Hello. Are you planning to enter GBB 2022? I don't know. I don't know because the wild cards are gonna arrive pretty quick, and we don't know when the Mk2 is coming out. All right, so some loopers have the Mk2 since June. We're going to arrive at the wildcard season, let's say early 2022, and we might not even have the Mk2 yet. And some loopers, all the kickback loopers already have the Mk2, so everybody at the GBB 2022 is going to use the Mk2. It's normal. That's how it's gonna be now. But the thing is, some people have been using the machine for ages. Whoa! RCK, SCK. Merci beaucoup. pour la putain de donation déjà. Merci. Merci, merci, merci. C'est très dur de vivre de sa passion. Bah, s'il y avait que des mecs comme toi, ce serait beaucoup plus facile. Merci beaucoup. J'en ai fait un hobby pour ma part. Lâcherin. T'es bien entouré musicalement, mon SoundCloud. Moi, tu sais quoi, je vais noter ton SoundCloud, je vais aller écouter ça. Faut que je trouve un petit stylo. Bouge pas. Attends. Ah, voilà. RCK, c'est par rapport. Ça n'a rien à voir avec le Stade Rennais ou? Petite question. RCK, SCK. Thank you. Merci. Ben ouais, c'est dur de vivre de sa passion, surtout quand on fait du beatbox. Je vais pas te le cacher. Rucksack, c'est mon pseudo. Ok, d'accord. Eh ben merci beaucoup, Rucksack. Merci énormément. Your opinion on Biscuit? Biscuit is amazing. I said that already before, but I'll just say that out of all loopers, single device, second device, Mk2, Mk1, whatever, he was the most prepared one. So, I mean, you can have as much devices as you want. If you are not prepared for a GBB, you are not prepared for a GBB. So, yeah, he was the most prepared one to win, I'd say. I was kind of prepared also. I just had to face Ritmine in quarterfinals. I'd say Robin was also quite prepared. Robin also lost 3-2. And he faced Biscuit. I'd say honestly, Biscuit, Robin, and maybe myself, we were maybe the most prepared. I was really shocked to see that most loopers, like Sin, only had elimination in 2 rounds. It was crazy. I thought this guy was going to. For me, he was one of the favorites, and he did not have the rounds to go to the final. I just don't know. I don't understand why most loopers were not prepared. What do you think about the hype around Anichan this year? I think they have created a wonderful community, and they have some truly dedicated fans, and they have some big support from them, and I just find that's beautiful. You know, when you go to an event and a lot of people come for you, that was like I had Mikael, right? Mikael came for me, and I can imagine like hundreds of Mikaels. That's amazing, right? As an artist, you feel amazing. Elise did not make his solo elim until 5 a.m. the day of the battle. Jeez, man. You are confident as fuck. And you made it true. Jeez. But then once again, you had that issue where you already qualified and then you had to drop out and then re-qualified. But jeez. Thank you, Ryan. Biscuit's second round against Frosty was one of the coolest moments ever. Yes. The girl that was with me said she got chills and she doesn't follow beatboxing. Yeah, I mean, it goes beyond beatboxing. Is if you can make music that appeals to everyone, to anybody, that's the ultimate goal, right? Whether you win or not. The ultimate goal, I think, for a looper at the GBB is to make it past the quarterfinals so you can have the chance to play your 6 rounds and then just play your music without having any purpose of making rounds specifically for battles, unless you really want to win. But the main objective should be to take advantage of the GBB being something seen by millions to play your music. I think that's what Frosty really wanted. Um, he got through the quarterfinals and then he showcased his music. He had the chance to play all his rounds, and he did an amazing battle against Ritmine. I think this GBB for Frosty and Biscuit will be a big, will really launch their careers. I hope. I really hope. Did you see some guy look like you in GBB? Yeah, I did a picture with him. I did a picture with my look-alike. If you won't enter GBB 2022, what will you do as a looper in the future? Enter GBB 2023. Onichan first time on stage was like, we know them from centuries. Yeah, everybody knows them now. And it was nice to see. And I think they had a lot of pressure. So big ups to them for making it in the top four, honestly, because the pressure they had was huge. Talking about tag teams, I must say one of my favorite moments at the GBB was watching middle school do their first round against Rock Wave. Middle school amazed me. They were the best tag team I've ever seen live. I've seen a few tag teams before. I mean, I'm beatboxing since 2007, doing events since 2009, but they have been the best tag team I've seen. I know in battles, in battles, because Uniteam Showcase was something else. Uniteam Showcase was just crazy as fuck, honestly. But middle school coordination, the way they worked together as a tag team. I'm not talking about the music, but the way they performed together, crazy as fuck. Crazy. But yeah, Uniteam, of course, is something else. The showcase they did, and I was at the side of the stage before their showcase. Well, during their showcase, it was something else also. Do you think Dice could have won against Chris just by doing a showcase wildcard on stage? Yes. What do you think happened with Ritmine in Ritmine versus Frosty? Nothing. Um, he was just not prepared this year to win the GBB, I think. Wanted to say one thing. Your round versus Ritmine was final level. You caused Ritmine to waste all his top songs and caused him to win championship again. I don't know. I think loopers don't really think like that. I think we all think the same. The most important battle of a GBB is the quarterfinals. By far. That's the most important battle. If you get through the quarterfinals, whatever happens next, I think you are happy because you can play your 6 rounds. Thank you, Brian. You versus Ritmine and Biscuit versus Robin will be GB21 loop battles with the most views 1 year from now. I hope so. Remember what I said in the press conference? I was asked, who would you love to battle? And I said, I don't really care. I just want the battles with the most views. I think I may have achieved my goal after all, right? Yo, TMY, thank you very much, man. Thank you. Thank you for the donut. Thank you for the words. Proud of you, bro. You did great. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. Hmm. Thoughts on helium versus inertia? I did not see it. How did you feel when the entire crowd went crazy hype for elimination rounds? You were so amazing. Thank you. Um, honestly, uh, it made me feel better because the start of my elimination round with the sound issues I had, I was scared as fuck. I was really scared. So when I started rapping and I saw the crowd getting some energy, I was like, okay, okay, starting to look like something. I might make it back because the way I started, not qualified. And then I started the rap part, like, okay, might get in. And then at the end, when I saw they did the mosh pit, when I saw they went crazy and everything, I was like, thank you so much. It felt amazing. It felt amazing because this is exactly what I wanted to do. Spend a good time with the crowd. That's for me it's the most important thing. It's to hype up the crowd because people see it in videos. Whether you win or lose a battle, and the battle against Ritmine is the best example. I'm sad because I did not manage to share my other 4 rounds with the crowd. That's why I'm sad. I'm not sad because I did not win the GBB. Of course, I wanted to win the GBB, but it's not my objective. My objective is to play my 6 rounds of GBB for the crowd. So when you see that the crowd is hyped up and just reacts to your beats and reacts to what you say, that's the most beautiful thing ever. Because you make music not for the judges. You don't make music for the judges. You don't perform live for them. You do it for the 2,000 people that are in front of you, and I'm super happy and super proud about that. Yui, thank you very much. Thank you, Yui, um, for the donation. Thank you. Yui, always present, always here in every stream, always following, always supporting. Thank you very much. Uh, JMO, Brezz, amazing performance. Definitely my favorite battle. I hope you decide to keep doing this. Thank you for the dono. I will keep doing this for sure. Of course, whether it's 2022 or 2023, I don't know yet. I will see, but I won't stop. This is like a drug, right? Nick Wagoner, thank you very much for becoming a member. Why was the sound quality bad at GBB? I think the live stream has something to do with it. You'll see that the sound was not bad. The sound was not bad. At the venue, it was not bad. It was bad in the live stream. It was not perfect on stage. It was not good on stage. But for the crowd, the sound was nice. Thank you, Indicator. Thank you. Thoughts about KBA? I bet he would have had good battle rounds. I did not see his elimination from the crowd. I saw it from the side. A lot of people told me it was good, but, and I heard a lot of buts, so I don't know. I have to watch it again and not in live stream quality. I need to watch the elimination rounds. I'm gonna do it actually on my channel. When the videos come out, I'm going to react to them because I haven't seen the elimination rounds of the other loopers, to be honest. I have not seen them. The only ones I saw in the crowd were Robin, Chris, Ritmine, and Sung Beats. So I have not seen. So it's gonna be true reactions that I'm going to do. I cannot say what I think of other loopers elimination rounds yet. What are gonna do if you battle Chris at GBB? We didn't even think about it actually. It could have happened because we were both in the top 8. I think if we battle, it's gonna be quite emotional actually. We started looping together. How did you like Ritmine's Elim? It was great. I mean, he hyped up the crowd, and I mean, he came second for a reason, right? Nerish, thank you very much. I like your style. I want to meet you someday. I think the best chance is coming to France or coming to a GBB because I will be there. Whoa, so many questions. Who do you think? I'll try to answer them. Who do you think would win if Robin versus Brezz go to a battle? probably gonna be a 3-2 decision. Do you think Robin would win if GBB if he didn't join KBB? No, because KBB allowed him to have an MK2 and to really step up his game. I find the MK2 has brought him so much inspiration, and working under the pressure, it made him so strong. Robin is still underrated. He's such a strong looper, and now with the MK2, he's even stronger. So I think entering the kickback made him stronger. Thank you, Melly, for the donation. I made the neighborhood suffer to have a little GBB feeling at home, and would have loved to be a part of this big ass mosh pit. There will be other ones. I'm sure there will be other ones. And if I come back, I'll come back with a mosh pit. Smundi is back. Thank you. Thank you for the dono. Thanks for answering my question. Made my day. Thank you very much. Squid was my favorite moment in GBB history. Well, thank you. We had a lot of issues, but I'm happy that you liked it. Micah, what are your next steps if you get another 3-2? I feel that, yeah, and that's what I said in my stories. I think people don't understand how I feel because nobody can understand what I feel because nobody's been through this. The last 3 main loop station competition, that is World Championship and GBB, I lost 3-2 in quarterfinals. If I would have made it through, there are chances that I would have reached the final, at least the semi-final, and that would have changed a lot of things for me. That would have opened a lot of doors. That would have allowed me to play all my rounds and have really sick videos and have all my rounds out there and have 3 times more exposure and have 3 times more, views on my music. But if I keep wanting to go back on those stages, and that's the mentality I have right now, I want to go back. I still want to return. As long as I still have that motivation to return after those 3-2 losses, which hurt a lot, that I'm not lying, it really hurts so much because it's a whole year preparation that just vanishes away for one vote, and it hurts a lot. But if I'm still finding that motivation to come back, I will come back. The day I will be totally tired of it, like truly exhausted of losing 3-2, and I'm like, okay, I cannot go back into 1 year of geeking the machine. It's too much for me. I'm done. I'm tired. That day I will stop. But as long as I have that motivation, I will keep on doing it. I think that's we are made for this. Like our purpose in life, my purpose in life is to make loop tracks and just see where it can lead me to. I don't know. But yeah, I still have the motivation, so I will come back. What happened to end of the game? Why didn't they participate? You're taking eons. Question, Arya. Did they? I think they finished second. Yeah, in the wild card behind Sarukani, or third. I won't give up. I totally understand you. Performance was way better than GBB 2019. 1 vote in the efforts of 2 years just vanished. That's it. But some loopers did not qualify, right? So finished 9th. What can he say? He didn't even have the chance to do battle. See what I mean? I'm not in a worse situation for this year. But if I have to be honest, I am in the worst situation for the last 3 years altogether. Thank you, Philip. Love your content and we're amazed by you at GBB. Do you think Dice simply was not prepared enough? One, yes. And that's why he made the mistakes versus Chris. Not only stage experience, he was lacking some stage experience and he did not prepare on a big sound system. I know it's not easy for everyone. Not everybody has the opportunity to prepare GBB on a big sound system. Even a small one is good, but on a sound system, he was lacking stage experience. How crazy was Frosty's second round against Ritmine live? I went crazy home, so I can just imagine live. Yeah. Wait. That was the round everybody was waiting for. I was waiting for it. I was really excited for it. When you're really excited for a round, you hear it and you go like, nice, I wanted to hear it. Then it's not enough. But when you're really excited for a round and you're like, oh, fuck, which was my case when I heard it, then you know it went fucking amazingly well and it hyped up everybody. I think he won that battle fair and square with that second round. Just murder. Do you think not being on stage for so long can affect the loop performance in the GBB elimination this year? No, I'd say no. I don't think it does. I mean, it was the same really for everybody. And most people did not have such a big stage experience to play on a big stage like this. Like playing on a stage like this year, maybe I've only done it like 3 times in my life. Most loopers never did it. Like Biscuit never did it, and he still won. I think it's just a matter of being prepared. If you are prepared, if you did the right GBB preparation on your side, you should be fine. Thank you, Vitor. Keep doing it, bro. You're the best. Thank you for inspiring to start beatboxing. My pleasure. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you, Mikael. Doing the good job as the moderator. Yeah, as I said, I'll keep on going until you guys have questions. And until my girlfriend arrives also. But I'm not sure she's arriving too early today, so we have some time together. Don't worry about it. You know what I can do? I can play the 2 rounds if you want. I could play the 2 rounds, and I go back to the questions right after. Okay. I don't know, Amelia. I will see. It depends when the Mk2 really comes out, if I have time to prepare it. All right. By the way, I went freestyle in the first round against Ritmine. Come on, oh yeah, come on. I never did that before. I don't know why I did it, but I did it, and I think it's because of the crowd. I just felt like doing it at that moment. So I probably won't do it because it's not planned in the song, but I'll just do it. I'll just freestyle some shit anyway. Let's do it. Fuck. Round 2 title is probably Goodbye Mk1. Let's go. clap. Hands in the air now, clap. Everybody put your hands in the air now, clap. Yeah, hands in the air now, clap. Everybody put your hands in the air now, clap. Come on, hands in the air now, clap. Everybody put your hands in the air now, clap. Yeah, hands in the air now. All the girls like, said it was a man. All I ever needed was a plan. Tell JK that I'm still rolling. Yeah, tell Russell I'm a brain. Come on, buzz that skin. Ain't nobody messing with the game. I might take a fly out for the weekend, yeah. And go Kings, cause I can't go low, go low. Everybody go low. Had a couple hits and a couple solos. Now I got a couple Brits and a couple mobos. Drop pass out, everybody loco. I was jumping up the man damn in the polo. Now I'm with a man damn in the polo. I can make a honey, give away your last roll low. And I say shout how you know how it goes. All the girls like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Everybody jump.
Yeah, said I was a man, all I ever needed was a plan, cause I said I was a man, all I ever needed was a plan, cause I said I was a man, all I ever needed was a plan, cause I said I was a man, yeah, bring it back, bring it back. Said I was a man, all I ever needed was a plan. Tell JK that I'm still rolling, yeah, tell what's on my brain. You know.
R&B one type beat. My man Biscuit is in the chat. I want everybody to put some flames for Biscuit, the champ. Hey, sup, my G? All right, so that was the first one, and yeah, let's do the second one. Let's do it. So somebody was asking how I did the sequencer. Basically, just, doing a robot like this. So I record it, and then I use a vocoder on top of it. Let's do it.
Everybody put your motherfucking hands up. Yeah, listen up, it's only for the style. When I get a flow, I'll be looking for the round. I forgotten how to go, I'ma find a way to shine. And I'ma kick this hard like I'm wearing 49. Yo, talk about me, Peter's gonna talk about me. Have you seen the comments online lately? Listen, I'm a person, I'm a public enemy. Really giving me attention, I'ma think you really. What? Keep your hands up. Everybody keep your hands up.
Motherfucker gonna take my crown right now. I'ma hold you down. You know motherfucker gonna take my crown like. Get it. Get it. Get it.
There you go. Oops. Yeah. We can go back to some questions, I think. I would have loved to battle Biscuit because he's a guy I truly love, and I think we both had the preparation to bring out 2 sick rounds each. So yeah, I would have loved to battle him. I'm not the only rapping looper. No, just look at Biscuit. Biscuit is also the rapping looper too. Hey, no friend man, you again. Thank you very much for the donation. Thank you so much. If you want, I can do the other. Okay, I'll do the other 2 rounds, right? The semifinal. So let's go. I think you guys may like this one. It's totally different from what I'm usually do. So let's go. This was one of my best rounds. I did not play it, unfortunately. Here it is. Do that again. I think this one would have been out of all my rounds would have been the most energetic one. Would have been the one that people would have remembered as the crowd one. If you see what I mean. So yeah, I wish I could have played it. And then the second one was a bit more emotional. I forgot what track it's on. Oh yeah. All right. Let's do it.
Okay, now rolling out the studio. My homie got no money, yo. We're laughing with the shit. We're gonna stream it on the video. Then moving to my place to find some money in the bag. Then just a bag in the bag, and then there's nothing in this bag. Yeah, now what the fuck is going on? That's just $10 and my hand is going down my pocket, ayy. And I'ma spend it on my own. Take that cash, spend it all, but am I the only one left? Am I the only one left? Am I the only one left in this game? Am I the only one left? Tell me, nah. Am I the only one left? Am I the only one left? Am I the only one left in this game? Yeah! Just me alone. I gotta do it on my own. Cause I am the only one left. Am I the only one left? Is it just me alone? Do it on my own. Am I the only one left? Am I the only one left? Is it just me alone? Is anybody here now? Am I the only one left? Am I the only one left? I guess I am the only one.
Of course, this one would have hit different with different emotions. I would have done it differently, with a bit more soul into it. I think this would have been my most beautiful round. So yeah. Then the two other rounds, of course. Maybe I would have played Afro Trance. If I would have been in the small final, I would have played Afro Trance. But if I would have been in the big final, I would have done this. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey. Yeah. Okay, I kick hard, I keep shit, but right now I kill this. I drop heavy tunes, yes, I make beats, I make hits, I make people dance, make people move. I do this for the show, so I don't need to be approved. Hey, yeah, get it to the ground, make that ass shake. Yeah, had the GBB, well, I'm alive, hey. Yeah, I'm just trying to put you in a fun state. Yeah, get up on the stage just to celebrate, like.
And then the second round. You guys know it already.
sport and I'm not fighting with the rest. They say why they talk about me when I'm coming up on stage. I'm just looping with my rage. Let me come out of my cage and not be numb. Picking a microphone and kick with a better flow. I'm the motherfucker from the voice and not letting go. Oh, I'm gonna drop this fago, I'm gonna kill the show. It's just to let you know, yeah, that this is good. Okay, for you, Micah. Yeah. I had my 6 rounds to win the GBB. At least to try to win the GBB. I mean, you know what I mean? I had them prepared. So yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Thank you, Ryan Duff. Thank you, Ryan. I don't know why I'm saying your last name. It's because I see it on screen. Thank you, Ryan. Bah ouais, je suis chaud pour battle. T'inquiète pas que ça va battle au championnat de France. T'inquiète même pas. I think what really fucked me is going against Ritmine, but what really fucked me is finishing 7th in eliminations. I really think I could have ranked a bit higher. But 2 judges put me out of the top 8. So that's what made me finish 7th. Bah oui, l'info est lâchée, ce mec. When did you decide to go for GBB? When I remember at some point you said no new tracks, focusing on crew. Yep, totally. I found 2 rounds the last month. Honestly, the last month in preparation, that's where I found 2 rounds. And also talking with loopers, I was noticing that a lot of them were just not prepared. Inky didn't put Saro and Beatness did not put me in the top 8. Saro and Beatness did not qualify me. So like 2 months before GBB, I was like, okay, no, it's not for me this year. But then I noticed some loopers were not prepared, and I found 2 routines, and I was like, I can do something. Like, honestly, I can do something at this GBB. And
when I arrived there, I saw my 6 rounds, and I went to hear I went to listen to other loopers rounds, and I was like, my rounds are good. Like, I can do something. Maybe I can win it. So as the week went by, because we were there like 5 days before GBB, so as the days went by, I saw every looper just stressing and be like, "Oh, I don't have my 6 rounds, or my elim is not ready, or my first rounds are not ready," and I was just there chilling, not rehearsing at all, because my rounds were ready. I had everything. I was like, I can do it. So this is where I started to believe that I could win it. And checking out the other battles, I think if I made it through Ritmine, anything could have been possible. But I think what fucked me up was finishing 7th. I was really not expecting that, to be honest. Thank you, Yuki, for the dono. Thank you, Yuki. I like that name, Yuki. C'est une blague, what the fuck, ils avaient pas 6 rounds? Ouais, bah ouais. Genre, Sin, il avait sa qualif et 2 rounds, quoi. Chris, pareil. Ritmine, il pensait que c'était un top 4. Il pensait pas que c'était un top 8. My third last one called. It's called Only One Left. It's called Only One Left, but I might not have played it in the semifinal, because the whole point of it was that I was the only Mk1 looper left, and Biscuit was there. So thank you, TJ Paz, for the dono. By the way. Comment tu te lances quand tu cherches des idées de routine? Tu freestyle ou t'as un petit secret? J'ai rien du tout. Je tente des trucs. 99 fois sur 100, c'est de la merde. Et puis, il faut en faire beaucoup, quoi. Il faut louper tout le temps. Tout le temps, 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 tout le temps. On se rend pas compte, en fait, hein, des fois. On se dit, ouais, il y en a certains, c'est facile. Genre Ritmine, c'est inné, il fait un round et ça tue. Bah non. Ritmine, il dort pas, il fait de la loupe tout le temps. Mais c'est pareil pour tout le monde. Je pense que les meilleurs, c'est ceux qui geek comme des porcs. How does it feel to perform your unreleased rounds in front of 334 closest fans? It's strange. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love playing it to you guys on stream, but I would have loved to play it in front of 2,000 people at GBB first. Biggest surprise on who didn't pass the limbs in solo loop and beatbox? I thought Slizzer was going to do a bit better. I don't know. There's no real surprise. Maybe Matei could have gone in. MH, unfortunately, had sound issues. As I said, eliminations, when I did the prediction video, anybody can go through elims. Anybody. It's kind of luck sometimes also. Sound issues, sound management. There's too much things to take into consideration. Thank you, Martin. Hey, you deserve a whole goddamn paycheck after what you pulled off on that stage, but I'm just an average stream viewer. You're not an average stream viewer. You're here since the beginning. There's a reason for that. It's a bit of fucking money for me. Thank you very much, Martin. Thank you so much. Moi, j'ai pas décroché ma tête de la loupe depuis 2 ans. Je devrais aller me laver d'ailleurs, vite fait. Vite fait. Non, c'est ça. On voit ta progression. De toute façon, les morceaux que tu sors, là, ils sont de plus en plus aboutis. Mais c'est ça. Hein. Avant de faire le GBB, avant de faire le championnat du monde, je faisais de la loupe depuis quelques temps déjà. Hein. Puis la première fois que j'ai fait de la loupe, les RC50, c'était en 2009. Donc ça remonte un petit peu. Those 6 rounds were gold overall, bro. I'm glad I got to hear them. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Ouais, la Mk2, t'inquiète pas. On va la rôder, on va la poncer, mon pote. T'inquiète même pas. Les geeks comme apport aussi, 75% des routines que j'ai créées sont jamais sorties. Bah ouais, c'est ça, hein. C'est ça. Je crois que j'ai eu 5 loop station et les 5, j'exporte pas les trucs, quoi. Je fais des nouveaux rounds à chaque fois. J'avais 5 loop station pleines de routines. C'est dû à quoi le feedback en loop pendant un round? Dice s'est bagarré tout le long avec du feedback. En gros, c'est que le son des retours, ça revient dans son micro et surtout si t'as des effets sur certains effets, ça va repisser davantage sur si t'as une reverb, un EQ dans les aigus, si t'as du délai, des trucs comme ça va prendre dans ton micro et ça va faire un son horrible. Mais faut bien gérer le son, quoi. I really like your set, crack control, and just hype and go crazy on stage. Your performance is very entertaining. Keep it up like that, bro. Next year will be the year I believe in you. You'll see. I don't know if I'll perform in 2022 because all the kickback loopers have the Mk2 since months already. And if I receive mine, it will be December, January, February. So just before wildcard season. Does it make sense to take part? I don't know. I will see. Um, Ritmine is great, but for competition, you need to make your own music, not remixes. I mean, my first round is a remix, so I can't say much. If that's your opinion, then I don't deserve to be in the competition. No, not French Canadian. Just wanted to say you look a lot better with those glasses. Thank you. Thoughts on Dice losing? I said it. I said it earlier in the stream, and I'll make a reaction video to it. Vous vous entendiez faire vos tracks entre vous ou pas quand l'adversaire fait son round, par exemple, sur scène? Ouais. Après, on n'entend pas bien, mais vu que je connaissais ses rounds à Ritmine, bah, tu vois, je devinais. Enfin, je savais. J'ai su qu'il a eu pas mal de problèmes sur sa structure. Et mais sinon, non, on n'entend pas de ouf quand t'es sur scène. T'entends beaucoup de bas, quoi. No offense, but I love your first quarterfinal more. Round more than haters love me. How does that offend me? I mean, I'm happy to hear that. It means there's a evolution, right? But I mean, anything that is new always sounds better to people. And then when I release something else that is newer, people are gonna be, oh, this is better. It's always like that, I guess. Can we have your first round on Spotify? No, because it's a remix. Anything that is not fully mine, I am not putting it on Spotify. Whenever I use lyrics, the lyrics are from a song called Girls Like from Tiny Tempa. So I'm not going to put it. Why not doing the next KBB then for the Mk2? I mean, I'll have the Mk2 already. It's just that the wild card are going to open maybe in March, and we might receive the Mk2s in February. So if there's only 8 spots, because they're going to do 2 categories, if there's only 8 spots, it's going to be hard. And I want to be prepared. I don't want to send a wild card and have no other rounds. You know what I mean? I want to, whenever I send a wild card, I want to be sure that I already have rounds to back me up. Your thoughts on Biscuits' final round, Brezz? Fucking loved it. That's it. Great flow. I was jamming hard to it. You like to deep dive. Deep dive the device, not enough time. Yeah, I guess it's that. I like to have rounds. If I don't have rounds, I don't feel secure about it because you never know what happens from the wild card season until the actual competition. I might break my jaw and not be able to loop, you know? So if I can have at least 2, 3 rounds, it's cool. Is Squid going to be on Spotify? I don't think so. Unless it's something really produced. But if it's just 5 vocals, I don't think so. Hello, Argentina. Are you gonna link the old 505 and Mk2 and be a 2 device guy? No, I'm gonna get the Mk2 and sell this one to you guys. Who wants to buy it? This loop station has been on GBB. This loop station has been on The Voice. Who wants to buy it? Is the mix not that important live at GBB compared to KBB? Yes, the mix is not that important because there's somebody here live mixing your sound with sound checks. So I mean, on a big sound system, the mix is not that important. What really works is the structure. Of course, with all the presets, I'm selling this loop with all my tracks in it. When is the wildcard announcement for the Mk2 battle? I have to see that with my man. It's P Square. To be honest, I'm totally tired. I don't feel like working on anything right now, but I have to. I did some paperwork this morning, some sending emails and shit. Things I have to do. But see, this weekend, tomorrow, I'm already leaving again because there's an event. I'll be judging an event, a beatbox battle. And River Collapse Supernova are going to participate. It's going to be a massive event. It's this weekend. I have no time for breaks. Fuck. Play some Rocket League. I'll probably play some Rocket League tonight. Is the Mk2 going to level things up? I'm a bit scared with the Mk2 that there's the oscillator bot effect, which is the one Ritmine used against me, right? You see where when he goes, when he does the Thunderstruck melody, there's the sequencer and the notes you can choose. Basically, what Ritmine was doing during the whole melody was and then the loop went. So I'm a bit scared that this effect will be overused and that all the loopers are going to sound the same. Yeah, Swiss Beatbox are going to post the GBB rounds. They're starting uploading Sunday. Yeah, that thing battled against enemy Inky and Ritmine. No, it didn't battle like Inky. It was another loop station. Are you eyeing for additional style, genres, or vibes in your music? Also, some additional techniques to sound like Ritmine did with the guitar effects again at Gothenburg. It depends. It depends of I don't know. It's not really my style, but I really want to do more Afro stuff. I think with the Mk2, I'll have more possibilities to create melodies for Afro stuff. What is your most memorable moment of GBB? I think going in the mosh pits, losing it. Middle school, first round, final. The breakfast at the hotel, chilling with everybody. It was a very long. It was a very long week. We were there for 8 days. It was so long. It was nice to see everyone. Um, what I like about the GBB is things outside of the event when you chill with people. That's the things I remember the most. Chilling with the guys, Slizzer, Mom, MOM. These guys are great. So funny. Do you need to loop with the RC55 and Loop Station Championship? No, you can loop with anything you want. Do you have a day job or do you do music for a living? I give workshops for a living. I would not consider it as music. It's teaching. So you could say I'm a teacher. But it's not really a day job because I do it only once in a while. Like I think I do it about, I don't know, half of the time. Not even half the time. But that's what I'm living from. Teaching. Your thoughts on Balance? He's an amazing dude. I just had a phone call with him 1 hour before this live stream. I love this dude so much, and I'm really, really happy that he got some loop motivation again, and he ordered the Mk2, and I think he's just gonna go back up, because he was really he did inspire a lot of people in 2018. So he kind of gave up the loop scene, like the loop battles. But I'm happy that he got some motivation back and he ordered the Mk2, so that's a good sign. Do you think it is necessary to pre-order the Mk2? It's not, but I pre-ordered it because I'm afraid that it just goes out of stock, you know, because everybody's going to order it. So I prefer to pre-order it before there's none, and then we have to wait a long time before there are other Mk2s. That's my advice. If you have the money to pre-order it if you really want it. For how long did you loop until you made your first decent track, and how many hours a day did you practice at that time? I I used to be looping since 2009 until 2014, 15, 2015, I think, on the RC50. And then I got the RC505, I think early 2015. But until 2018, I never really had a round, like a battle round. And I made a battle round when I saw Robin win the French championship in 2017. So early 2018 is when I got my first battle round. I wanted to compete in the French champs in 2018, but then there was a wild card for the world championship. So I only had one round, so I sent it. And I had nothing else. And I got chosen. I came second. So came first. I came second. Ritmine came third. So I only had 3 months to find 6 rounds. And so I did. Working under pressure was challenging, but nice because it helped me to get 6 rounds to start my loop journey. So, yeah. I worked 10 hours a day for 3 months. It was hard. But then everything was easier after that. Thank you, Alice. Just want to say that I love what you're doing. Thank you for you. Thank you for you, Alice. Thank you very much for supporting. I know you've been here for a while now, so thank you very much. Now we couldn't have transition on GBB, then how about now? I guess, right? I commented about Dice and Chris already at the beginning of the stream. So this one here is just for Mikhail. So thank you, Mikhail, for coming at the GBB. I'll do the short version. I guess. I haven't done this in a long time. I have not performed this song in a very long time. Kind of fucked it up a few times. But you guys are still here, so that's cool. It was not the short version because I fucked it up, so each time I was like, okay, I gotta make up for it. You guys have any more questions for me? Maybe regarding the GBB? I don't think. Actually, I want to try something. I want to try to do. I might do 911 at the French Champs, but I haven't played it in a long time. So let me try. Let me try it. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't played this round in a long time. Also, I'm hesitating to if I should play it or not at the French champs. But there's not much going on. You see, the thing is, sometimes some rounds may seem really good. Some rounds, you find an idea and the melody is cool, but then there's not much going on. You see what I mean? This one right here is the perfect example. Like, it's cool. Like, the melody is cool. Everything, the bass, the way the beat goes and shit, but there's just something missing. There's just something missing with it. And it's the interaction with the crowd. And I don't feel myself rapping on this one. And I don't know what I could do to make this round better. So this is a sort of track that I liked making it, but I don't enjoy performing it. Like, even on stage, I tried performing it twice on stage, and I know the reaction it gets. There's some tracks you really like them, but when you play them on stage, it doesn't get the impact. I could play something more simple, something with less drops, something very, very simple, like the emotional track I played earlier on. It's gonna have a bigger impact than this one. Michael, hey, it was nice seeing you at the GBB, Michael. Thank you very much for the donation, and thank you for the little picture we did together. And you were wearing my hoodie with my face on it, so thank you very much, Michael. It was nice seeing you. Thank you, Steve, for the donation also. And I saw KBA in the chat also, I think. Yeah, exactly, TJ. I don't feel like rapping on top of this one. So I'm kind of stuck with this track. I'll see. If I play it, I'll do it maybe at the Elims, at the French champs, but not in a battle. Play the ones you didn't release. I played them earlier on in the stream, so you have to go back a little bit. Colin, the man of 1 minute challenge. My thoughts of being outside of this, being 7th seed. Yeah, I kind of find, I don't know. I did not hear all the elims. I can only speak when I see all the elims. Like, I know everybody at the GBB told me, oh, you are easily in the top 3 elims. But I haven't seen them. The only thing I know is that Beatness and Saro ranked me out of the top 8. I know ZD and Beatbox ranked me 2nd. I don't know about Inky. So I don't know how it goes. I mean, I'm happy with my elim because I had sound issues that have nothing to do with me. And I managed to recover from these sound issues. The monitors were on for my elim when I went. And my sound check, the level was low when I did sound check. And when I came on stage, it was not the same volume level. So, I don't know. French people don't like you. I don't like being judged by people. Talk too much. When a French judge judges a French guy, people say, "Oh, they're biased." But the reality, and I'm telling you this, is that because these judges know that people will speak, they have it even harder. It's hard to be a judge. It's so hard. You don't imagine how hard the job is, and I don't like being judged by French judge. I like being judged by anything else but French judge. Thank you, Saskia, for being present. And thank you, Saskia, for this. Um, my thoughts on Ritmine's second round against Frosty? I actually really liked it also. But you know, Frosty's second round was it was it, right? Frosty's second round was it. It was the round everybody was waiting for. My opinion about my battle against Ritmine, I said it earlier on in the stream. Like on the moment when the battle was over, like if I have to be honest, I thought I was going to win. That's why I seemed disappointed in the video. But I have to watch it again with a better sound. What did I think of the Thunderstruck set? The problem is that I knew this round already because me and Ritmine shared all of rounds together and we worked together for this GBB. I mean, like the 2-3 days before the event, we were giving each other tips. And the thing is, the Thunderstruck did not come out like it was supposed to come out, and he had some structure issues. So I wish you guys would have heard what I heard the night before, or even just the day of the battle. He was working on it, and he came up with a fantastic round. He came with a fantastic round, and I'm just sad that he did not manage to pull out like he wanted to pull it out. If it would have been the case, I think it would have been a 5-0 for him. Like, no shit. His round would have been legendary. But I'm just sad for him that it did not come out like he wanted it to come out. So, shame. Zalem, yeah, I already met him. Thank you. Did he know about the diss? No. The only thing we did not show each other was like the punchlines we were gonna say, or whatever. Like, we made it clear that we were going to say something. I told him I'm gonna say something about the Mk2. He said, "Okay, I'll prepare a response." So that's it. It seems as everyone in the competition scene is so young. Do you think there is an age limit for competitive beatboxing? Who is the oldest competitor at the GBB? Probably a guy in the crew with the Razones. In loop, I think Robin and Ritmine were the oldest. They are at 34. And then it's me and Slizzer, I guess. We are 31. Ritmine used his final rounds on you. No, he used the rounds he had. Basically, what happened after our quarterfinal is that the next day there were semis and final. Ritmine only had 3 rounds. Chris only had 2 rounds. So they came in. I was in the room with Chris. Ritmine came and we worked. I gave Chris one of my rounds so he can have an extra round. And yeah, I just tried to help them and give them tips. We did not sleep that night. Well, I went to sleep later on with Beatness. But Ritmine and Chris barely slept that night. Brezz, I really did not like that Ritmine said you've to win something in life. But after the battle, he came and he said, but the truth is you won more battles than me. He said you won the French champs and the multiverse. I only won GBB. But I mean, I guess GBB is more important, right? When you're at the GBB, do you try to watch the whole thing? Seems like a huge time commitment. Oh no, I barely watch anything. Like from the first 2 days, I did not watch anything at all. Only in the last day, I watched the solos, tag team, and the loops, of course. But no. I don't. It's strange, right? But I don't really enjoy watching too much beatbox. It's too much for me. Is the banter with other loopers for show, or was there any real hate? There's absolutely no hate between loopers. I don't know about solo beatboxers, but it's a different world. Like loopers, solo beatboxers. I hang more with loopers, honestly. But it's a very small loving community, at least at the GBB. I don't know what's going on outside with everyone. Um, I know sometimes once in a while there are some issues here and there, but nothing big, like nothing big, no hate. What do you think perform? What do you think perform on the GBB except Christoph? I don't get the question. Sorry. Who is 31? Chris, myself, and Slizzer. Maybe Slizzer is 32. How did you feel seeing Biscuit win the whole thing? Because we know he's one of your favorites. He was one of my challengers before the whole competition. Thank you, Blaze, for the dono. Biscuit was one of my challengers. I had him like 6th or 7th. When he arrived at the GBB, I immediately went in his room to listen to his rounds. Well, not immediately, but that's what I wanted to do. And then I eventually went in his room and listened to his rounds. At that moment, I thought, whoa. I had him favorite when I was at the GBB. I had him favorite with Frosty and Ritmine. Even though I knew Ritmine did not have all his rounds, I know this guy can not sleep and pull out 3 rounds overnight. But I had Frosty and Biscuit. But then he was against Robin, and I did not know what was going to happen between Robin and Biscuit. But the winner had a big chance to win the GBB. You are clearly a crowd favorite. What do you think of that? He's a really good rapper. Comment. Clever dig. You can see me on the video. Well, I don't think in the live stream you see me. But when he said that, I was like, I didn't hear what you said. The thing is, when you're on stage, it's really, really, really difficult to hear details, especially when the other looper is speaking. It's really difficult to understand because there's a lot of lows. All you hear is you don't hear the details on top. So I did not hear what he said. 24 or something. Damn, thank you. I don't know when the battles will be posted. I'll probably make tutorials on my GBB rounds, yeah, if I have time. I already wrote you something on Instagram, and before I finish your message, I received so many messages on Instagram. Not gonna lie, like DMs probably over 200, almost 300. So I see them, but I can't really reply to them. I'm not the kind of guy who comments on videos or writes in DMs to people, but big ups from Argentina, and thanks for your dedication. Thank you very much for the support. Why doesn't online understand in real life battle energy? That's why I don't like online battles. Because for me, it's not not the same. Once you taste, once you try real life battles, online battles is just whack. Après les éliminations, j'ai fait mon top 8 et tous les qualifiés étaient dans mon top 8 sauf Biscuit. J'ai mis KB à la place. Ah merde, dur. What will be your devices for next GBB? Boss RC505 Mk2. Maybe Hauja, maybe. Probably. Online is for Robin, I guess. More chill music. T'as des anecdotes marrantes à raconter sur le GBB? En vrai, même pas, hein, je crois pas. Je crois pas que j'en ai. Rien de ouf. Should there be separate categories for second devices? If you ask me, there should not be second devices, but that's something else, right? KBA and GBB will forever think of that track when I hear you. Shit. Please make tutorials if you have the time or a tutorial live stream that stays. Yeah, I think the first tutorial I will do is criminal. I mean, I have to. Did you got new MK2 after? No, the MK2 is not out yet. That's why I might not do the GBB 2022. Because some loopers have the MK2 since a very long time. And I want to have a lot of time and a lot of rounds before entering a GBB. Would you consider second RC555 as a secondary device? Of course. As long as you have something else. For me, even a MIDI controller is an extra device. It's a device, and it's an extra one, so it's an extra device. 1 second, please. Yeah, MIDI controllers are allowed, but I consider them as devices. I didn't see nor hear a loop cheating this year. I never see loop cheating, to be honest. Can you use Robin's MK2 to prepare for GBB 22? I think he's going to use it himself. What is wrong with Dice mic? It's not the mic, it's the effects he was using. There was too much compression, too much, I don't know, EQs maybe, preamps, a lot of feedback. What's the difference between Mk1 and Q2? I don't know. The possibilities, you can do much more with the Mk2. Are you surprised that Biscuit won? Not at all. Not at all. Who are the loopers that you want to see in the next GBB that did not qualify this year? PSN, Joshua, Christophe, Mirsa. Will the guys with more musical styles like Robin, Chris, will ever win the world champs or GBB? I think Robin was not too far this year. Um, Biscuit has a very, very musical style. He won. Frosty has a very musical style. He came second. I don't understand the term musical style. As long as you're making music, it's musical, right? So it's just different kinds of music. If you have performed second, would you have surely win that battle? In my opinion, but yeah, I'm often very unlucky because I start battles. Josh, so yeah, amazing. What is the best mic for looping? I like my microphone. It's a Sennheiser E945. And it's not focusing, of course. The best rounds are always in the quarterfinals. People tend to put their best rounds first, their best routines first, and it's really important. Yeah, every single looper at GBB has a musical style. Exactly. You cannot not be musical and be in GBB. You have to at some point. Inky was kind of in advance of his time back in. Definitely, the judges were not ready. Tu kiffes? C'est bien, hein? Stylé. On mange quoi ce soir? Tu manges avec moi ou pas? Non, y a rien là. C'est de la sauce et c'est tout. Ouais, mais c'est pas un repas. Who is your favorite looper? I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I really like Robin. MB14, of course. Biscuit is amazing. I like Frosty also. Thorson, if I go back the old school guys. Um, I really don't know anymore, but I want to hear more from PSN and Joshua also. Tu as parlé d'un event que tu jugerais, ça va se passer où? C'est à Bordeaux. C'est ce week-end. I think what I learned from Biscuit and Ritmine is that to win, the sounds that are involved in the tracks should be really sharp and weird. I don't think that makes it all. I think you need to be just prepared. Biscuit won twice, 3-2. There's a bit of luck also. Imagine if one judge voted for Robin instead of him. Robin was going through. You just have to be prepared and do your best. That's it, really. Of course, if Dice had put enter the code, if he would have dropped the code in quarterfinals, chances are he would have made it through. If he did not have any sound issues, he would have made it through. If I would have gone second in the battle, maybe I would have made it through. It's there's always a huge part of, I don't know why I'm doing this. There's always a huge part of luck. The thing is, you just have to be prepared. And if you are more prepared than the other ones, then you're going through. Dice, I was really I was really expecting a lot from him without putting in consideration the fact that he doesn't have stage experience. Not that much, at least not with the Line 6. And he did not, he wanted to show a different style from him, which is a pity. Because I told him, win your quarterfinal. If you win your quarterfinal, you have all the time to show your music in semifinal and in any of the finals. But win your quarterfinal. And he didn't, but he could have with better track choices. Simply because he wanted to showcase some other music, but he was not patient enough. He should have won his quarterfinals and then show the rest of his music. Bad strategy. No problem in S. I think the issue with the code is that it's extremely complex and the execution needs to be perfect. I mean, to beat Chris, it did not have to be perfect because Chris's rounds were not perfect also. And they were quite simple. Like, I'm allowing myself to say that because he's my friend and I know his rounds. That's why I'm saying this. What do you think about Chris? Will he be more serious for the next GBB now? I think the Mk2 is going to open up more possibilities for both of us. Yeah, I guess he's going to do another one. I mean, now that he's tried the GBB, that was his first big loop event. You want to come back, right? VR. That bot. Thank you for the dono. Brezz, you are on the forefront and cutting edge of this art form. The work you did with Robin on the KBB shows the new directions is all moving. Keep up the good work. Go have a beer or two on me. Rob Killian. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, I think the kickback was really something. Trying to make professional looking clips out of loop station battles is definitely something that we are going to maintain. Robin told me I'm going to film your kickback rounds next year. I honestly don't think I'm going to do the kickback though because even if there are really cool prizes to win at the kickback and a good concept, I'm not done for online battles. I need to live the moment. I need to focus on the GBB. That's what it is. Sometimes the judges take like someone's track just because of the drops or vibe. Doesn't matter if the other guy is more prepared. Yeah, but you have to be prepared to make those tracks. Right? What I'm saying is that to win the GBB, you need 6 prepared heavy rounds. That's the only way you can win a GBB. Biscuit had that. Robin had that, but Biscuit won against Robin. And I was ready. I had my 6 rounds prepared. I was ready. But Ritmine won against me. And then Ritmine did not have the sufficient amount of rounds to win the GBB. So, I mean, I was prepared. Ritmine was a bit less, but he did better against me. But then he did not have the sufficient material to win. Someone that is prepared can lose to someone who is not prepared just because they have 2 rounds. I enjoyed your quarterfinal more than the final round. But that's often the case in battles. People will put their best rounds in the quarterfinals. I don't know for GBB 2022. I will see. Yeah, Frosty's round against Ritmine. We were all waiting for that. for you, do you have any idea what effect Saro uses for his, I guess you would call it, the retro sounds in the start of the song or us? The retro? Oh, it's the pitch bend. Pitch bend with reverb. Tu penses quoi des rounds de battle de Sin? J'ai pas regardé son battle. Which battle do you feel had the wrong outcome this year? In loops? I don't know. I think the decisions were overall good. From all the battles I saw, River collapsed. I thought it was close. I thought River was going to win, but it was really close. So I don't know. Did you hear that PSN is not doing vocal looping anymore and is going to looping with his keyboard? I mean, still looping for me, and I like his music, so that's all good for me, honestly. Using the KBB rounds in GB is good, but I feel that it's like no originality. You don't really have the choice, honestly, because preparing rounds for big battles takes months, years, and the KBB ended when the GBB was starting, so it would really be unfair to say that, you know, they could have done other rounds. They didn't really have time. Did you have a routine left? As we know, because Ritmine went against you, so your elimination in the car, right? So, oh, I had all my 6 rounds. I was ready. I played them earlier on in the live stream. If you want to go back. I did not hear Helium's counter against Inertia live. I checked it out quickly on video on the live stream, but it doesn't sound the same. So I would have loved to hear it live. I saw that the crowd was going crazy. Unfortunately, I will never know. Does playing your wild card in the battles has an effect on your points? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, for me, it's totally fine to do your wild card at the event that the wild card qualified you for. It's totally fine. I was keeping my wild card for the final, and I remixed it. I can't imagine how preparing for GB while being in law school and then also preparing stuff for GBB, you're a machine. KBA, right? I cannot put out a top 3 moment from GBB. The whole weekend was amazing. I think meeting people was great. Middle school first round and final was great. Being on stage was great. The mosh pit, but me being in the mosh pits was crazy. Could you please technically explain what happened? Because Dice lost the match. I explained it earlier on. As I said, I'll do a reaction video to their battle, and I'll tell you what happened. It's too much sound issues. It was not possible to vote for Dice. I'm really surprised he got 2 votes. I like vocal stuff. It's the style I prefer, actually. I think the most skillful loopers are loopers who use their voices and beatbox. I will keep on posting. I'm just not taking a break because I still have workshops coming up, concerts, etc. But I wanted to take a content break, but videos are coming out very soon. 31st of October, that's Sunday, so I'll keep on grinding. What's the price for loopers and beatboxers for I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the prices were, and yeah, I don't know. Like even though I wanted to win, I didn't even think 1 second of the prizes because GBB is just too big to think of the prizes. When you enter a small battle like the KBB, prizes take over the prestige of the battle. But GBB, it's all about prestige. You don't really care about the prizes. If you had to give advice to your younger self who's just starting out, what would it be? Just do things. Stop planning. Stop planning on doing things. Just do them. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect to take action. It's the same thing with everything. If you want to launch a business, don't wait for everything to be perfect for you to launch the business. Otherwise, you're never going to launch the business. Just launch the goddamn business. If it's not perfect, you learn on the way. Just do things. I don't know. I haven't watched Inertia versus Helium. Yeah, right. Honestly, I don't think GBB artists really care about prizes. We care about the actual prestige of the competition. What's your favorite subject? I'm asking education. You mean in school? Like the sort of thing you learn in school? Or basic subject, everyday subject? I don't know. I'm an all-rounder guy. But in school, I really like geography. Will there be more of scam talk in the future? I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, school. I was good in school. I really like geography, yeah. Was the sound check enough to really test everything? Because a lot of loopers, no, um, loopers did not have a lot of sound check. There was like 3 or 4 hours late each day for the sound checks. And we were really tired, and we did not have much time. Sometimes we were waiting 4 or 5 hours for a 2-minute sound check. That's frustrating. Reaction collab with Brezz soon. Who? Oh, simply two dudes. Sorry, I did not see who was asking the question. If I remember correctly, Brezz said he didn't like tag team loop. It's particular, like tag team loop is, it's hard. It's hard for us to see each other. That's the main issue. 197 centimeters. More content for Spotify, please. I'd love to. I have so many things to deal with. So much. Can we expect another collab with Sorrow like Ambition? I haven't planned any collab with any loopers. But we'll see. I might have a project going on with Robin. By the way, thank you, Doogie. Sorry, I didn't say it. Thank you, Doogie, for the dono. I'm really sorry I didn't say it 9 minutes ago. Thank you. peux allumer la lumière, s'il te plaît? Merci. Supposedly you want GB21. I don't want to answer that question. What do you think you might be doing right now or in a few weeks? The same thing. The same thing. Make music. And I mean, I still have workshops to give and I still have concerts and shit like that. So I'd be doing the same exact thing. I think Stay is one of the best chill tracks. Thank you. Nope, I'm not going to use the voice tone at French champs. I'm not using second devices in battles. Never. Not possible. Not possible. It goes against my mentality, I guess. I think winning GB give you more exposure to your work, so prices don't matter that much. True, also. When is your girlfriend gonna come? I was gonna say something. I don't know, next year maybe. Are you guys going to release music with Squid? We're going to try to make a show. How far do you plan to push the limits of the RC505? Are you considering an Mk2? Of course I'm buying the Mk2. I already pre-ordered it. Yeah, Mikael got it. Mikael got what I was going to say. Why can't Swang be made on one device? It can, it's just that I have terrible vocals for it. So I can't. Thank you, two dudes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream soon, guys. What round would Robin use if he makes it to the semis? Semis. He planned Christoph let me win the Forest, but with different lyrics. And fuck. And actually, both rounds from the final. Sorry. Who is she? Who do you think she is? Not my mother, of course. Will you do a wild card for GB22? I don't know. I thought you would judge the French Championship as previous. To be honest, I thought so too. But I saw that it was a no. So I just did a wild card. No friend man is here again. Jeez. Another 20 euro. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. I'm gonna keep the stream going if you're always donating, right? Who surprised you the most? I mean, I had Biscuit in my top 8 before the GB. I had Biscuit in my top 8, but not as the final winner. But I'm not gonna say he surprised me. I'm gonna say a lot of loopers surprised me in a bad way. I was expecting more from them. You can just check my predictions video. All my favorites, the ones I thought were going to go brutal. Sin, Dice, Ritmine. I was expecting them to be prepared from the elims to the final and have everything to win, and they didn't. So, yeah. The other ones were on their level. Like Biscuit was at the level I expected him, maybe a bit higher. But my favorites surprised me in a bad way. Casse? C'est l'heure? Je laisse le guacamole. Tu reviens quand? Tu sais pas tard? Parce qu'il est 19h. Genre 22? C'est où? Ok. Bon bah à toutes. Bisous. Hey, Joshua is here. So yeah. Yeah, I got surprised in a bad way, fortunately. Ritmine did not need to win, but he entered to win. See what I mean? So in that sense, I was kind of disappointed. Yeah, and I think Sin dropped out of the KBB to prepare the GBB, but he did not prepare the GBB. And the thing is, GBB got postponed 3 times. So we were always thinking, oh, GBB is far away. And people work better under pressure. At least I think loopers work better under pressure. You could see it with the KBB. The thing is, the GBB seemed to be so far away for many months. All the time it seemed to be so far away. And then when we got to the GBB, we're like, fuck, it's there. It's now. But it's too late now. So, yeah, it was, yeah, I was disappointed. Seriously, take off your caps lock. Takes a lot to enter as a defending champion, though. Big ups. Definitely. Definitely. I think Sin practiced a lot for Onichan. Also, yeah, there was also that Onichan factor, but I mean, let's face it. Sin is a looper in the first place. Of course, he wants to perform good at GBB, so I would have loved that he put a bit more work into it. I'm saying this because I love his music. Like, I would not be saying this if it would be somebody that I didn't really care about, you know? The thing is, I had high expectations for Sin. So, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed also for him. I'm disappointed for him because I know he wanted to work, but he just did not organize himself well enough to have this preparation for the GBB. I wouldn't say Ritmine lost because he didn't end in time, and if he did not end in time, it's because he's not prepared, right? I'm telling you facts. The whole time he was there, he was working on his rounds because they were not ready. He only had 1.5 finished round out of 6 rounds. He only had 1.5. He spent the whole night before the battles, before the semis. He spent the whole night working on his rounds. He did not sleep. He was just not prepared. Yes, exactly, KBA. Like, it was, you could see that it's been a long time that we had a live event. You think you could do your rounds better versus Ritmine? I could have done other rounds. The ones I did, I mean, there's always possibility to do better. At some point, I had to choose between the battle talk and an extra drop. I choose the battle talk because it's a battle. So I did not do one part of my round, but it's not very important. The song as a whole is what I wanted people to hear. Doesn't matter if one drop is not there. That's not an issue. Any plan for future? I gotta go back to work now. Might have some time with Squid to prepare a 1 hour show. And I will probably prepare also a show with Robin and a singer. So I'm really excited for that because I love Robin. Yo, je t'aime. If you are in the final and you are against Biscuit, what round should you use against him? I would have used the rounds I had left, basically. Robin seemed to underperform compared to the KBB, in my opinion. No. Hey, NS, you are back. Robin has a very chill style, so the contrast with his opponents is present. You can see a contrast when you look at the kickback. It was a different format. Bringing these rounds live on stage, it's just totally different. It's totally different. People saw Robin at the kickback with nice videos and a format that suited his music well. It's not the same thing. Thank you, Danielle. Just want to say that I appreciate you for your insights and opinions on beatboxing and looping. Cheers, man. Cheers. Thank you very much, Danielle. Yeah, Robin used the same tracks, so it's a risk. But he just did not have the choice. NS is back. Good thing, Adam. What is Siren saying? Yeah, kickback is something else. And also the kickback, what I don't necessarily like about the kickback are the criteria. Because live battles, GBB, there's no criteria. Judges don't use criteria. They listen to what is going on stage and then either this side or this side. There's no criteria. You judge on the spot. I like it better. Even though it hasn't really helped me a lot, I like it better. You judge with emotions. That's what music is about. Es-tu déçu de certains loopers? Bah ouais, carrément. Un petit peu. Ceux qui ne sont pas qualifiés, je vais pas en parler parce que j'ai pas vu les qualifs. Mais ceux qui sont qualifiés, bah ouais, Dice forcément. Et Sin, je m'attendais à plus. Et Riri, quoi. Ritmine, il aurait pu faire une meilleure préparation en amont. Donc les rounds qu'il a fait, ils étaient ouf. Mais en demi-finale et en finale des perdants, l'exécution en fait des rounds, c'est pas que je suis déçu, c'est que je suis déçu pour lui en fait. J'aurais voulu qu'il ait plus de temps pour mieux préparer ses rounds et qu'il fasse du sale en fait, et qu'il aille en finale et qu'il gagne, tu vois. J'aurais kiffé qu'il gagne la compète. Après qu'il m'ait battu, j'aurais kiffé qu'il gagne, mais la préparation, elle était pas suffisante. I think if you were in kickback, you would have won. I don't think so. Online battle is really not my cup of tea. There's a criteria for limbs, right? There is, but really there isn't. I 2019 Brezz would lose terribly to 2021 Brezz. I think that's what matters the most. Maybe. I really like my rounds from 2020, from 2019. PSN with the MK2 next year. Holy, this will be so good. I mean, it will be good because he is good, but the MK2 is something different than MK1, and PSN was standing out with his music on MK1. Will he stand out on MK2? I don't know, but he's a great musician. So, I mean, a great musician is a great musician. He's gonna make great music anyhow. I don't doubt it. He's an amazing looper. I don't think lose points for using past tracks. Well, if you use tracks you've done already 2 or 3 times in the past, and this is why I did not want to use Afro trance. A lot of people told me do Afro trance. A lot of people consider Afro trance being my best track, and I agree with that. But I played that at the Multiverse, and I played that at the World Championship. That's why I did not want to use it. Otherwise, I would have used it. But it's a track that I played before. So, Does the Mk1 have benefits that the Mk2 doesn't have? It forces you to be more creative because it's much more limited. So you have to do with what you have, which is not much. So if you find something cool on the Mk1, it requires much more creativity than finding it on Mk2. How do you handle your loss after the battles are over? You go backstage, you cry like a little piece of shit. It's difficult because you think of the whole preparation you put in for one vote. It's hard. Thank you. Is it actually an advantage to have the Mk2 right now? Like, did Ritmine actually have an advantage? Fuck yeah, of course it is. I would love to have it right now. Not only was it an advantage for the GBB, but I mean it's an advantage for the future. Those who have Mk2 right now are taking a huge lead start over the other loopers for GBB 2022. It's a huge advantage. Is it true you can't hear your tracks on stage? Unless you have headphones, no, you can't hear what you're doing. Do the loopers choose their rounds according to the looper in front of them? Do they stick it? Yeah, there's a bit of that also. I had my little selection of rounds depending on who I was going to go against. But I still tried to put my best rounds first. Were you surprised that Inky voted for you? I respect him after that. I don't know. The thing is, I battled Ritmine, who did not have extra devices also. See what I mean? I mean, he had the MK2, but still, it's a one device, so it could have gone either side. I think I think he voted for me because maybe I had a better structure in my music. That's how I see it. So not surprised. Not surprised. I was more surprised that two other judges did not vote for me. That's what I was more surprised about. I'm I did somehow prepare my rounds for, like, the second one. I kind of prepared it for him because there's this part where it really reminds of Still by the round Ritmine did Still, and I didn't even use that battle move against him. I could have. So when I made this drop, I was like at home a few weeks ago. I was thinking, oh, I have to use this against Ritmine. I have to. And I used the round against him, but I didn't even use the battle move, like Still, and then drop it, which is stupid when I think about it now. I prepared that for him and I didn't do it. What are your thoughts about the future of tag team looping? Not worth it. Looping is something very personal, very intimate. It's one person, one loop. I don't think people are. I mean, Sorry will make a lot of views because people love them and they have a really big fan base, but I don't think this is the category that will get the most views in the future. Is it easy to learn without any lessons or experience how to use the loop station? Of course, definitely. I never had any looping experience before I got one. Yeah, I don't know. Nad. I don't know if it was that, but only you and me know. Yeah, when I started my elimination, the thing is I did my sound check at a certain volume level, and when I came on stage to do my elimination round, the volume was here, which had nothing to do with my sound check. So I was kind of mad, but I kind of recovered it by asking for the monitors to be off and putting my volume lower. It saved me, but if I hadn't done that, I would have been fucked. So yeah, I was kind of mad, and judges put that on my fault. I kind of find it unfair. That's why I was ranked out of the top 8 by two of them. When do I get my Mk2? I don't know. Thank you, Mario. Omega looping. Oh, that's not for me. See you, Melly. Bye-bye. Maybe Fatten. Were there more sound issues than 2019? There were no sound issues in 2019, but the venue has something to do with it. In 2019, we were in a proper concert hall, a place where you're supposed to play music. Here we were in a big expo hall, so not made for music. The actual tiles on the ground, the roof, the ceiling, nothing was made for good acoustic. So yeah, I hope we're not doing it there next time. What do you think of ZD as a judge? I really don't like it. I like it because he is a producer and he's a beatboxer and he follows somehow the loop scene. It's not because he doesn't loop that he doesn't know about it. Maybe he doesn't understand understand the second devices like we do, but in terms of making music, first of all, he's a beatboxer and he's a producer. He makes all styles of music and he knows the loop scene. And I mean, he's been a beatbox world champion, so I think he's okay for it. See you, Adam. Thank you. I did not see Chung Bausalim. No, if I had asked to redo the track, I would have been fucked. Je serai à Nantes le 19, oui. I Ritmine, yeah, made mistakes in the second round. Videos will come out from Sunday. Who do you think should be a judge next year? Ritmine will be a judge next year. I think Biscuit can be a judge next year. People that win battles. People that have proven their shit in the loop scene, basically. I will make, of course, reaction videos. Definitely. Because the content will be amazing. I'm talking about the battles at the GBB. The battles will be amazing. So who was your favorite looper this year? I think if Ritmine had managed to pull out the rounds like he wanted, I think Ritmine. But Biscuit was more consistent and more prepared. So, both of them. Nantes le 19, bah ouais, hein. Nantes le 19 novembre, hein, petit coco. Guys, I think I'm gonna leave soon. The questions are coming back. They're the same as in the beginning. So like just that last one. Will Girls Like remix be on Spotify? It won't because it's not my lyrics. I'm only releasing on Spotify songs that are 100% mine. Yeah, Ritmine stuff is really ambitious, but as you said, the execution problems and lack of preparation. So, yeah. He had sound issues also. He had sound issues. Alright guys. I don't know if I'll release a video this Sunday. I have no video and I'm leaving tomorrow. So it's gonna be difficult. If I do, I don't know what it will be. I'll try. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But there might not be any video this Sunday. Alright. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you everyone who stayed for so long. Still 200 people. I think at some point we reached like 360 something. Amazing. For me not playing music. Well, I did at some point, but you know what I mean. I'll see you guys very soon. Probably no video this Sunday, but starting from next week, oh, those videos are coming out. I'm talking about the Swiss beatbox videos, the GB videos. I want to react to that. I'll see what I'll do with the solo beatbox. Because, I mean, it's worth the watch, isn't it? You guys wouldn't mind seeing me react to solo beatbox videos, I guess. So, I might do that. I think I'm gonna have fun watching it. So I might do that. Thank you guys. Take care, everybody. If you were at the GBB, just take some rest. It was a very tiring weekend. Not at all. You don't want to see that? Okay. I won't do it then. Peace. I'll see you soon. I was joking, of course. I'll see you soon.